welcome to Live Full, where we don't just talk about living, we show you how. Today's episode is going to set some people free. I hope you're excited for this transformative episode where you're going to find the answers in becoming a more confident person. Now, we know something, right? Confidence is like a beautiful garment. When you see someone that walks with confidence, you admire and you say, wow, man, that's what I thrive to be. So if that's a statement that you've said, you're in the right place at the right time, because we're going to talk about it, because you know what is so powerful? Confidence is a skill. That's actually the episode's name today, not a personality trait, right? We were not born with this. This is something we're going to develop with time. And if you feel like you haven't been living at the level that you desire, I know confidence will help, right? Confidence opens doors. Confidence puts you in places that you've never dreamt. And I'm talking in positive, amazing places where you were like, wow, one day I wish, and I would love to. So we're gonna break this down. We're gonna dive deep into this episode today. Get ready, strapping on your seat belts, because we're gonna start driving really fast. Before we begin, let me let you know that Live Full simulcast right here in our TV a la Mega Mundial every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can watch us through Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Roku, Tempo. And if you're watching or listening to us rather through WSTX 970 AM, you can do so on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. radio. So I'm so excited because, I wish when I was younger, I had this type of information, because I know that it would have been a different adulthood, right? So if we have young people listening to this information, grab it, run with it. If we have seasoned people, great. It's never too late. Grab it and run with it, because it's going to change your life. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's talk about this as a topic. Confidence is a skill, not a personality trait. Wow. That's a mind doozy. What do you mean? I thought we were born with confidence. That's what I hear often. And another question I hear often is like, how can I be more confident? So today I'm going to share some powerful tips with you. If you're watching me on YouTube, welcome, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So whenever I do come on here, you get those powerful topics and tips that will enhance and really skyrocket your life, because this is living large, right? This is about living full, living at with your terms, on your terms rather, and doing it in style. So we begin with the first myth. What is the confidence myth? What is that? And I think one of the confidence myth is that you have to decide that you're going to start speaking with yourself kindly. What is a confidence myth? Most people think that confidence is a personality trait, and it is not. And I want to start because you have to look at your words, first of all, right? Most people, like in this case, these are some of the examples that I want to give. Some people say, shy. I'm too shy. I had some notes here. Let me see if I can find them. But Oprah Winfrey, as a child, was shy and introverted, especially due to the challenging upbringing that she had. If you've read her autobiography or you've seen some of her movies, But through reading, through faith, oh my goodness, and personal development, she transformed her entire life to being one of the most powerful media moguls and motivational figures of history, right? Up to today, we look up to Oprah. I was like, okay, what's Oprah saying, right? Many people follow her. Another one is Steven Spielberg. Oh my goodness. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Steven Spielberg was so shy that he once said he used filmmaking as a way to communicate. And despite that, he became one of the most successful directors and storytellers in history. And, his movies, there's so many. The other person, whether you like him or not, Elon Musk, man, we're talking about the Tesla and SpaceX CEO, has openly shared that he was a very shy kid and quiet, right? And another thing, he spent most of his time reading and thinking deeply. He since then became one of the most visionary and impactful business leaders globally. It's amazing that's this confidence myth. We've got to really burst that bubble. Because, personally, as an introvert, extrovert, people say, oh, Brenna, but you're so outgoing. No, Brenda has put herself into what we call what? A skill set boot camp. I have to develop my skill sets because you know what's powerful? When you look at yourself, the back, I'm talking about one that before, and when you're going, I didn't like that person. I speak for me personally. I didn't like, right, that I wasn't outspoken. I didn't like that when I wanted to say something, I said something else. And I'll break it down because these are traits, right, that I didn't want. I wanted to develop the skills to remove these habits that they told me I was shy, that they told me, oh, well, Brenda, it's like, it's only for some people, not for you. You see, that person was born confident. Impossible. Impossible. That is not true, right? So I gave you some examples of shy people because that is so big. Maybe perhaps you're telling yourself those same things. Brenda, I'm just so shy. And I started talking about, number one, decide to speak kindly to yourself. Number one, no. And then number two, I want you to decide to take up space. We're debunking this myth, right, of not having confidence, and really that healthy confidence where you're literally asking for what you want, right? I had on my notes here with that one. That was so good. When you decide to take out space, own your voice, right? Your ideas, your presence. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Are you falling into that category? Confident people give themselves permission to be seen. I know that maybe perhaps we heard that, don't take space, make yourself small, right? Maybe we heard it from people growing up. Have you heard it from people growing up? I know I did. Oh, you're just showing off now, right? What are you doing showing off? So we're debunking these things, this confidence. Why not? Right? Another one I want you to think about is to decide, because this is having confidence is a decision. You're deciding to surround yourself with bold and people with energy. Oh my God. It is so beautiful when you are around confident, and I say outgoing people, because it's contagious. It is contagious. You choose to be around people who are growing, bold, and apologetically. I promise you, and authentically, you can't help but to become more. Why? Because there is a safe place now that this is what we do. So I want you to decide to surround yourself with bold people. I'm going to set some people free today, because you are around people that keep saying things that are not helping them in their confidence, and it's transferring to you. You might not see it the same way, but because association is so powerful, right? It's transferring to you, to us, to those places, to those people around us. And we got to decide, right, to be more confident. I just don't want to be confident. Well, then this is not for you. This is not the episode for you. We can come back next week, right? But if you decided, I need to have my voice heard, I want my voice heard, then this is it for you. I want you to decide to keep your promises to yourself. Let me tell you what happens when you keep promises to yourself. Every time you follow through on what you said you were going to do, right? Even in private, you're telling yourself, I can trust me. I can trust me. You know what? I can trust me. I did it. And let me tell you, the booster shot that you get of confidence, no one else could have done that for you but you. Yes, we'll do other things and everything. But when you decide to keep those promises to yourself, it's a boost of vitamin B. Be awesome. Be outrageous. Be courageous. It's a beautiful vitamin, right? And I want you to even take this moment and decide to learn from your failures. Powerfully, this one here, people don't like, because we tend to be into the perfectionism, right? We want to be perfect. We don't want failure. We quit failure to or not taking risk, or this to no success. But no, I want you to decide to embrace the fear, right, of failure, and move confidently. And that by every mistake, you understand that that's a stepping stone. You know what I learned? I learned how something. I think it's one of the guy with the light bulb. I just learned how many times it didn't work, or it didn't work. So that's it. until we find what does work. So I want you to look at a failure, the fear of failure, and kill it with confidence. Right? I'm going to break that one down too, right? Decide to see setbacks as feedbacks. That wasn't a failure. That was just a setback. Okay, let me see. How can I do this better? Because it's not truly that's not our final verdict. That is, okay, good. I learned. These are lessons I learned from this. Okay, let's see. What are the other ones I have here? Decide. Oh, this is so good. Decide to practice, not perform. Right? Let go in this part of perfectionism. Let it go. It is not helping. It's not serving us, isn't it? To be perfect. Confidence grows when you focus on progress. Confidence grows when you take another step, when you focus on, you know what, let me try again. Not performance, right? Every rep counts. Every rep that you're producing, you're doing, you're trying, your muscles are growing. The muscles of confidence is growing. Well, something I say really often is like, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give it a go. Not try. I'm going to give it a go. My best go. Right? And when I come back on the other side and I did it, like, I'm courageous. I'm like, wow, I didn't die. This is what I say, because we know what humans, we're afraid of dying. Why do we not take more risk? Oh, because we don't want to die. That's the truth. So we're going to embrace, we're not going to die. When you pick up that phone and you have to make that call, you're not going to die. You might get a no, but that's nothing. No means nothing. No means next, right? I want you to build your courage. And we're demystifying this confidence myth, because this is how you're going to start to develop a strong, powerful inner, from the ground, from the inside, roots that flow out. And when you look, you're no longer in performance. This is who you are. You're going to start activating yourself every single day by practicing, by developing that skill set. That, you know what, if there's an opportunity for you to speak up, you're going to speak up. Okay, Brianna, what do you think? Oh, no, not me. No, you're going to say, well, I didn't plan what to say, but I think this. Take a minute and practice being bold. Practice sharing your thoughts. That's going to give you confidence. Whether they receive it or not, you practice on being confident. All right. What does low confidence sounds like? Ooh, this is a big one, right? And I'm going to put some on the screen. I'm going to read them because this is just so powerful. I wrote these down and I was like, yeah, this is it. It's like, I'm not sure if this is right, but this may sound stupid, but sorry to bother you. I just had a quick thought, right? I don't know if I'm the best person for this. I probably don't have enough experience. Have you said these? Because this is what low confidence sounds like. What if I fail? I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard. I'm not good at speaking up. I hope this makes sense. Because we're playing small, right, guys? Remember, we're talking about debunking these things, right? I'll just go with whatever everyone else wants because I don't have no ideas. I don't have I don't have any input. Come on, we're breaking those inner conversations, right? And I want you to think about this one. This is happening in your thoughts, right? These are some that you may say you speak those out. The ones I just said, these are the ones you think they're way more qualified than I am. I shouldn't charge that much. They probably won't pick me. I don't want to be, I don't want to be too much. I don't want to take up a lot of space. Here we go again. If I were more confident, if I was more confident, I would. Have you said some of these? And if you have, we're right now I'm setting you free. Let's go. We're not saying that anymore, right? Now, what if I fail? That's a big one. Have you said that? What if I fail? Another one, in your behaviors, this is how it shows up. It shows up like this: over apologizing, shrinking in meetings or in conversation, avoiding eye contact, waiting to be chosen or validated. I'm going to wait. You will wait forever. we're going to wait forever. If we don't just step up, we're going to wait forever. And this is one here. I had an episode. You always say yes when you want to say no. You're always second guessing every decision you made. You made the decision. Oh my God, I don't know if I should have. I don't know if I should have. I don't know if I should have. Right? Because every decision you made, now it wasn't perfect. It's really getting into your head. Right? And those are what? Well, this is what low confidence sounds like. Have we said? I know I have numerous times. I had to catch myself. I'm like, Brenda, stop. Stop those internal physical contributions to low confidence. I'll share one of my stories here. I don't know if you know Grammarly, the program Grammarly, where you're typing and it's helping you type. And I do a lot of emails every day, right? So I'm typing my emails. And I was telling my husband the other day, we were driving. I said, it's so interesting that we were talking about confidence. And I don't remember what it was, but it triggered Grammarly. When I was typing a good email, at the end of it, before I sent it out, it says low confidence. I said, low confidence? I'm the confidence queen. What are you talking about? Right? And I would reread it, and it was low confidence. I'm over apologizing. I'm over asking for things. Or when I said over asking, it was like, if you would please, all these, hold up a minute. I said, okay, well, rewrite this for me. And, AI now is so amazing. It could rewrite you something in seconds. I've gotten so good at, I think I'm speaking like AI, right? But it's like, wow. You can say, well, when you get a minute, kindly review this information and get back to me. It was more, powerful. And I started to learn a lot about myself. I want you to take a minute and ask those people around you if your conversation is confident or low confidence. If my attitude, remember, I just spoke about your behaviors, over apologizing, shrinking in your meetings or in your conversations, like trying to make yourself small so others go shine. You're dumbing yourself down. Did I say dumbing yourself down? You're playing dumb and you're so bright. You're the only one that has the answers in the room. But you don't want to speak up because you don't want to seem, again, that you're taking so much space. I have to say that one because we have these voices, and I'll talk about the confidence rewire that we're going to do right now in the next sections here. But you hear these voices saying to you, you're just showing off. You need to not show off. Is that true or is it false? And today I'm talking about this. We are going to override these things with truth. The truth is no. If you're showing off. If you're overdoing it. But if you're not ever, ever, ever operating in these powerful ways, you might be overlooked for promotions. You might be overlooked for input. You might be overlooked for information, and I'm talking about the right places because you're not confident. Powerful people want powerful people around them. And you've been playing too low. Today, I want you to come up in your confidence because confidence is a skill. It is not a personal trait. You can work this skill set. You can work it with muscles every single day by taking opportunities and saying yes, even to those things you would never. And I'm going to give you an assignment just now. But you're going to start building that. You're going to start finding your voice. You're going to walk a little bit taller. You're going to say no when you're supposed to say no, and you're going to say yes when you're supposed to say yes, and you're going to stand tall, and you're going to watch people in their eyes when you're speaking. I know growing up, don't look at me in the eyes, right? Some people is like, hey, look at me in the eyes. Depending on your culture, for me, my culture was don't look at me in the eyes because that's disrespectful, right? What happens then is you start to shrink back. You're talking to your boss and you're looking down. So, I get ahead of myself here, but I want you to think about this as I am going to now give you the confidence rewire, the 3 R's. The 3 R's. And here we go. The 3 confidence rewire. Number 1 is to recognize that inner critic voice. Number one is you need to recognize who's speaking. And what is it that is constantly coming up? Oh, you just, you always do this. That's a critical internal habitual voice that you have trained yourself to accept. You're accepting that voice, and it's true. Oh, it's true. Is it truth? The answer is no, it's not truth, right? So what do you do? What do you do when you are hearing those voices? It's like the voices in the head, the voices in the head. You need to shut those voices down. If you're a Christian, I'll be rebuking right now in the name of Jesus. Get it out. Get out those voices out of my head. Get out. Right? I don't want no negative voices speaking to me. They don't have that right, including my own voice. Sometimes it's our parents' voices. Sometimes it's our relative voice. Sometimes it's a teacher's voice. You're never going to amount to anything. You're not good enough. You? I've heard that one. You? Yes, me. Who better than me? You see, but I had to grow myself in my inner vision of who I am. And you too. See the image of the person that you really are. We're rewiring our confidence because we're building skills, right? The next one is the belief with the truth. Now we're going to rewrite the belief with the truth. What does that mean? I'm going to rewrite that lie that I'm not enough. I'm going to say, I'm enough. I'm powerful. I'm strong. I can do this. You know what? If anybody can do this, if Mary, this one can do it, I can do this. Because we're now rewiring with the truth. I'm born to win. I am born to win. I am destined for greatness. You know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to start. I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to go until it's done. Can somebody say amen to that? I'm preaching today. So we are going to rewrite the lies with the truth. And you're not going to fight. You're just going to allow. When the voices come, when the voices come, you're going to say, you know what? No, that's not me. That is not me. I don't receive that. This is who I am. And you just simply rewrite that program with the new you. Confidence builder. Can somebody say, I'm becoming more confident every day? That's another one. I am becoming more confident every single day. So we are rewriting it with the truth. Now I'm gonna give you the rehearsal time. This is where you become this person. It's daily until it becomes natural. It's almost like you peeled off that low confident person into this confident, amazing person. Just like a lizard, just like something that changes cocoons, like a butterfly. You left that behind. You're never going back. Because once the rubber band is stretched, it never goes back to its original form, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look into the mirror. And we're going to say these things. And we're going to say something empowering. Every morning, you're going to say this to yourself, I am enough. Look in the mirror, guys. Men, ladies, whoever you are, if you've been hearing all these words and you're not living at the level of confidence that you want to walk in rooms and do the things you want to do and say the things you want to do in your relationships, with your family, with your home, in your job, in your businesses, this is what I'm imploring you to rewrite, to rehearse every single day until you become this person. Because confidence is not a personal trait, is a skill you're going to develop, like your muscles. Here we go. You look into the mirror and you say something empowering. You look into your eyes and you say, I am enough. I am becoming who I was born to be. I do hard things. I start strong and I end all my assignments strong. I'm capable. I'm smart. I'm powerful. I am going for me. I know everybody wants me, but I'm going for me. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Woo, woo, woo. What are we doing? We are rewiring that limiting belief. We're rewiring That lie. I'm screaming because it's a lie. It's a big fat lie. You're so powerful. If you knew, I think there was a study, and your cells can light up cities. That's how powerful we are. Your confidence has been shot by your own thoughts, by your own behaviors, and your words. So we're rewiring it with what we're saying right here, right now. Who's excited about this? I hope you are. I'm fired up. I'm setting some captives free today. In Jesus' name. Let's go. Right? And this is my coaching moment as I wrap up. I want you to think about doing it, whatever that is, afraid. Do whatever it is that you have been lacking and like delaying. You're like, no, I'm just so afraid, Brenda. I actually shared one. And we all go through this, by the way. We all go through this. I don't want you to say, oh my gosh, she's never afraid. No, we are always afraid, especially when it's something new. It's like a deer in headlights, right? It's like a deer in headlights. Oh my God, this is so scary. Yes, life is scary. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway. And we're going to say this thing after we finish. It's like, well, yeah, but you see, I did it and I didn't die. Boom, boom, boom. How about that, right? Let's go. I want you to take a moment, coaching moment. Write down one bold action you've been avoiding. Let's start with one. I want you to write one bold action for that thing that you've been avoiding. I want you to go for it. I don't care. Maybe it's that difficult conversation with your boss, with your spouse, with your kids, with your business partner. Write down one bold action that by doing so, you take it out of your head and it gives you that boldness. That, caramba, I did it. Right? It's like, I did it. And we're not looking at anything else. We're writing one action and you're going to take that action. You're going to start walking in that action. As I wrap up in closing, I want you to think about this, because confidence isn't the absence of fear, guys. It is the courage to move anyway. You're not waiting for permission. You're building the muscle. And we're talking about day by day, action by action. And you're not just watching a show. You're rewriting your life as we speak. And I want to encourage you because you got this. I want to motivate you because you got this. Guys, if nobody's going to listen, nobody's coming to save you. Jesus did that already. He gave us his name. He said, come, it's finished. Now it's your turn. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. You got this. You got this. Nobody else is going to do this for you. You got this. And every step that you take every single day towards your future, your life, you become empowered. I want you to keep in mind, even Barack Obama is one that actually was so shy. He said this, those one known today for his charismatic public speaking. Obama was shy in his youth. Many people love him. He was once said that it took him years to find his voice and his confidence in the crowd, right? There was one video in specific where he speaks about he's sitting in tables and he looked and he said, wow, he thought these people were so bright. No, it wasn't. It's not about education, guys. It's about courage. It's about understanding that you have something powerful already inside of you and that you're going to bring it out by being courageous and sitting and saying, you know what? They're no smarter than me. They're not brighter than me. They're not taller than me. They're not smaller than me. Whatever that is. Because we all are humans. And you know what? The world, and I'm talking about life, pays those who walk in confidence, who talk with power, and who owns it. So today I want you to sit in your tables wherever in the world and see yourself as equals, not as somebody below or somebody like needs to be asking for permission, and walk with confidence. Start using your voice. Start taking the space. Start manifesting and bringing about those results that God have already given us on the inside of us, and skills that we're working on to become brighter. And I say, like, shine brighter in all areas, because the world needs you. The people around you needs you, and they need that confident person that you are. With that said, I love you guys. I hope this episode has blessed you and set you free, because in Live Full, it's not just about living full, it's about showing you every single day how to bring that about in all areas of your life. I love you, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now. Bye-bye.